All right, so I'm going to show you now how to paint a cupcake and how do you put a mid-tone and then layer that and make a shadow and leave some white. So I decided that this part of the cupcake is going to be orange. And what I'm going to do is just above where I drew the lines, I'm going to be putting in a mid-tone. Yes, honey. Yes. Yes. Right. So use the crayon, and then when you get it, you could do another one. It didn't take that long to draw, right? It's a pretty simple drawing. So you could practice it with the crayon. You could do the same thing I'm doing. You would, with the crayon, you would go lightly, make a light orange, and, or a light, whatever color you chose. And then what you do is you would go over it heavier to do the shadow. And you see how I'm leaving some white? That's where the light hits. Okay, so I'm going to show you now what I do to put the shadow in is I go over it again with the same paint, but it becomes darker just because it's double layer. It's 2 layers of it. And it's going to make it very three-dimensional. Yes. Okay. All right. I can't see it right now, honey, because I am videoing this and it's hard to go back and forth, and I'm videoing it for you so you could, if anybody wants to do it again, you could do that, but I will look at your work after I finish the orange. I'm going to stop it, okay? Because I'm going to do a few areas in the orange. Then I'm going to stop the video and check on you. All right, now I'm going to do this whole part here. It's a tablecloth with the orange. And I'm just using that mid-tone, which means it's not too dark, it's not too light. And I am just dragging my medium brush across like that. You could use a wide brush too, that would be fine. And I'll leave a little bit of white here and there, just so it kind of sparkles. You just pick wherever you want it to have some white. Now, Wayne Theobald, when he painted, he used very thick paints. It wasn't watercolor technique. It was a different technique. But since we don't have that, we're actually doing it in watercolor. Okay, and now wherever you want, you could just add in a little bit more and layer it to just give it some texture, make it more interesting. Definitely go over where it has the shadow to make it dark. And I even added a little bit onto the cupcake here to make it darker on one side. So you kind of do that as you're painting, as you're going along. You decide how you want to do it. Okay, lastly, the next thing that I'm going to do with the orange, I think what I'll do is I'll do the hearts in orange. And I'll do some of the polka dots in orange. Just have some fun with that. So you just find some different places that you want to put it. And that's pretty much it for the orange. Now I'm going to stop the video and I'm going to check on you and see how everybody's doing.